There is one true religion, love. Everything else is politics. Everything else is politics. And your politicians know this all too well. And they use your beliefs to manipulate you so they can control you and win your confidence and win elections. They want to rule over you, and they do this by convincing you they worship your God. And while they tell you they worship as you worship and have the same morals you have, you wink at them as they show you their debased morality. You say you divide religion and politics, yet we tell you your politics is your religion. And your vote is also a focus of how you would respond to your religion. There are many people who say, we vote for anyone, regardless of how much they lie, regardless of how despicable they are, regardless of how many evils they will do or how much they will destroy a nation, as long as they believe in the right to life. Say what you mean. You do not care. You wouldn't care if hell froze over and you burnt in damnation. About the right to life, you care about the right to birth. If you cared about the right to life, you would care about someone who was truthful. You would care about wars. You would care about diseases. And you would care about famine and plague and annihilation of the human race because of environmental consequences. You don't care. You don't care. You only lyingly claim to care, and you have no conscience about the right to life. Your only concern is the right to birth. Say it like it is. You don't even know when life begins. Does life begin when the semen enters the egg? Does life begin when there is a certain amount of intelligence? Does life begin when the child is born? Does life begin when the soul enters the body? Does the soul enter the body when the semen and the egg touches? Does the soul enter the body when it is developed at a certain stage in the womb? If you can't answer these questions, you are no judge of when life begins. But you know when life ends, and yet you would callously let children go to war. You would callously rob the earth of resources and destroy human life with lead water pipes. You think nothing of allowing pestilence and disease to run rampant, and some of you fools would even think that money was worth more than human life. Paper that the world existed without before it was introduced. Do you think that humanity did not exist before money? Do you think that people did not build dwellings and did not make clothing and did not share food back and forth, sometimes trading and sometimes gifting, before there was any such thing as coin? money or wealth? Do you really believe that money is a measure of who or what you are? That things are a measure of your being? You will die and not one of them will go with you into the next life. So we tell you this, your religion is nothing but politics. There is only one true religion, and that is love. Everything else is politics. And the sad thing is, your politicians know this, they abuse this, and they control you thereby. They claim to be whatever faith you are, and live moral and debased lives that you think your faith doesn't permit, but you accept them because they give you what you want. A little comfort, a little reassurance, or wealth that is meaningless and won't go beyond this life. You think only of yourselves, not of future generations. You have become an evil people doing an evil thing. And when people say, oh, your leaders are leading you down a path of destruction, we will tell you right now, your Republican leaders who have winked at the sins of their Republican president, who have winked at the sins of all of the evils and transgressions that he has committed, and have made excuses for his folly, have been equal partakers in it. And you claim that you are Christian. You claim that you are people of faith. And they claim they are people in faith while endorsing lying, while endorsing inappropriate sexuality, while endorsing scams, money laundering, and the breach of basic moral ethics. Not one who has endorsed such is fit to be a leader, and yet they aren't leaders. They are following you. It is because you are evil. It is because you have this evil in you, and you have voted to allow it. Your leaders aren't leaders. They're following your foolishness. They are following your evil. And if you think that isn't possible, just go back a few years and look at history. Hitler would say something, and when the people responded, he would say it again. And he would say it again. And look where this took the Third Reich. Where do you think it will take you if America responds the same way? It is the evil in the heart of the average man that is being manifest in your leadership. It is you who must change. If you change, the leaders will change. And not one person who has endorsed this evil, not one person in the Senate, in the House of Representatives, in any level of government is worthy of a position of leadership. None. And you partaking in this evil and saying, "Make America great again," you are the cause of the evils that would befall this nation. For the nation loses its status, it loses its footing, it loses its reputation amongst all the world, because you have laid it bare for people to see what you truly are. A nation built on land stolen from an indigenous peoples by slaves carried from a foreign country, built by criminal hoodlums who claimed to love God but thought nothing of enslaving their fellow man and stealing land while forming terrorist organizations like the Ku Klux Klan. America, it is time to repent, or the consequences shall now be paid. We leave you with blessings and with peace. Peace be with you.